They lied to you about self-love. They told you self-love meant long showers, journaling, yoga mats, and scented candles, that it meant pausing, forgiving yourself, going easy. But they lied, and the lie made you weak. Real self-love is war. Real self-love is the moment you look in the mirror and say, "You're done hiding. Get up. Move. You were not born to be soft." Real self-love is brutal honesty. It's when you deny your lower self the comfort it begs for, because you love your higher self too much to betray it. And the most important battlefield, your morning. Welcome to Stoic Mastery. This isn't another feel-good channel. This is where we weaponize ancient Stoic wisdom and modern dark psychology to forge minds that cannot be broken. In this video, I'm going to show you how real morning routines don't start with green juice. They start with a declaration of war on weakness, because true self-love doesn't soothe you. It disciplines you. So if you're tired of being lied to by the modern world, if you're done waking up feeling anxious, distracted, and soft, then you've found your tribe. Hit that subscribe button right now and become part of the rare few forging mental iron before sunrise. Comment below and let me know you're one of us. Comment, "I love myself too much to stay weak." Say it with fire. Say it with truth. Let's dive in. This is how real warriors love themselves at dawn. Section 1, Reclaiming Self-Love, a Stoic warrior's definition. Self-love isn't about pampering yourself. It's not a warm bath, a face mask, or sipping on chamomile tea. The truth? Real self-love is much darker, much harder, and far more empowering. You've been sold a lie that self-love means indulging your feelings and embracing your comfort zone. The truth is, that's not self-love, that's self-deception, and self-deception is the death of power. Let me ask you something. What is it that you really want from your life? Success? Power? Freedom? Well, here's the secret. Self-love is the key to it all, but not the way the world tells you. Real self-love is when you choose discipline over indulgence, truth over comfort, and strength over weakness. The kind of love that makes you a Stoic warrior. Look at Marcus Aurelius, one of the most powerful men in history. He wasn't out buying bubble baths or getting lost in feel-good mantras. Instead, his version of self-love was ruthless self-discipline. He knew that the most important thing was to shape his soul, not indulge it. You need to do the same. Real self-love means confronting the truth. It means not letting yourself off the hook just because it's easier or more comfortable. It means pushing yourself to be better, stronger, and more resilient, even when it hurts. And here's where it starts. In your morning. Your day is decided by how you wake up. If you wake up in indulgence, lost in comfort, you set the tone for a life of weakness and inaction. But when you wake up and choose discipline, you set the tone for power. The Stoics were brutal about this. They believed in the power of suffering. To them, comfort was the enemy, and true love for oneself was found in overcoming the urge to be weak, soft, and indulgent. Why? Because real self-love is about self-mastery. It's about creating the version of yourself that you respect. And when you respect yourself, you don't let your mind and body run the show. You control them. You shape them. You demand more from yourself because you love yourself enough to see your potential, not just your present limitations. So let's get this straight. Real self-love doesn't come from avoiding discomfort. It comes from embracing it, learning from it, and using it to grow. This means confronting your weaknesses. It means standing face to face with your laziness, your doubts, your fears, and telling them, "Not today." This means waking up early when everything inside you wants to stay in bed. This means training your mind to ignore the pull of comfort and chase after what's real, what's right, what's necessary. This is the battle of self-love that begins every single morning. It's about building the version of you that can never be broken, the version of you that demands respect, the version of you that shows up no matter what, And guess what? This version of yourself, you already have it within you. You just need to love yourself enough to bring it out. And that's why you can't skip the mornings. You can't let them be wasted hours. Because the way you start your day is the way you shape your future. And if you don't start your day like a Stoic, like a warrior with a purpose, you're going to spend your life weak. So here's what I want you to do right now. Comment below, I choose discipline, I choose power, I choose myself. Let it be your mantra. Let it be your declaration of war against the easy life. This is the first step in taking your mornings and your life back. The next section will dive deeper into how your morning rituals are your true power. So don't go anywhere. Section 2. Morning starts with brutal clarity. The truth is simple. The morning is the most honest time of the day. It's when your mind is still fresh, your heart isn't distracted by the noise of the world, and you are closest to who you really are. So why do most people waste it? Why do they let their day begin in a fog of confusion, distraction, and weakness? The answer: they have no clarity. This lack of clarity is where your enemies, doubt, fear, and procrastination, enter. The moment you wake up without a clear vision, without a clear command, the day takes control of you. The Stoics knew that your mind must have clarity from the first breath you take. If your mind isn't clear, it's vulnerable. And in vulnerability, weakness grows. The first command: master your thoughts. The very first thing you do in the morning is decide what your thoughts will focus on. Not later, not when you feel like it, but right when you open your eyes. Most people let their first thoughts be reactions to their alarm, to their phone, to the demands of the world. They are not in control, they're reacting. But a Stoic starts with intention. From the second they wake up, they assert their mind as their own, and they take command of it. Before you even get out of bed, ask yourself, what will today be about? What will I commit to? What will I refuse to compromise on? These are not passive questions. They are commands. You must demand clarity in these moments, because if you don't, the world will fill the void with confusion, fear, and distraction. The power of a morning declaration. In the first moments of your day, declare a dominant thought that sets the tone. This is the key. You must assert your day with clear purpose. So, let me ask you something. What's your first thought every morning? Is it a thought of strength, of purpose? Or do you wake up and let your mind wander aimlessly until it falls into the trap of worry, doubt, or complacency? A Stoic wakes up and asserts control, not laziness, not distractions, not excuses. You assert your mind with power. Marcus Aurelius did this every single day. He didn't just open his eyes and see what came next. He took charge of his thoughts, like a commander taking charge of his soldiers. Your thoughts shape your day, and your day shapes your life. Set the foundation, the daily command. So, what can you do right now, before you even step out of bed, to take charge of your mind? Start by asking yourself, what will today require of me? How will I show up? What will I not tolerate today? These aren't hypothetical questions. These are commands. Command yourself to action. The morning ritual. Here's a simple yet incredibly powerful ritual you can start right now. The morning commandment. It's a 1-minute declaration you make before you even rise. Something like, I choose action. I choose clarity. I choose discipline. Today, I will remain unshaken, and nothing will move me from my purpose. Say it out loud. Say it with intensity. Let it echo in your bones. This isn't just affirmation. It's training your mind to take control. Remember, Stoicism isn't about waiting for motivation to strike. It's about commanding your will. And when you command your will, your life falls into line. So here's what I want you to do. Comment below with your first command of the day. Declare it. Own it. I choose discipline. I choose clarity. I choose victory. This is the foundation of your morning. It's only the beginning. Section 3, the power of morning rituals. The Stoic way isn't about waiting for the right moment or hoping for motivation. It's about creating habits that force your mind into focus. A ritual doesn't wait for you to feel ready. It makes you ready. The importance of rituals. Rituals are the framework of your day. The Stoics didn't just survive life. They thrived by establishing disciplined routines that prepared them for whatever challenges the day might bring. The ritual itself is a way of asserting control over your fate, rather than letting the world dictate it to you. Think of rituals as tools. They're consistent actions that create predictability, grounding you in the present moment. They align your mind and body with purpose, giving you the clarity and mental strength you need to face any challenge. Start with the morning command. A ritual begins with intention. When you wake up in the morning, you're faced with a choice. Do you let your thoughts scatter and your day unfold randomly? Or do you set a clear direction for yourself, knowing that your morning ritual will serve as the foundation for the rest of your day? The morning command is a powerful first step. It's a statement of purpose that establishes the tone for everything that follows. It's not just a motivational quote. It's a commitment to action. When you declare something powerful to yourself at the start of your day, you set a pattern that the rest of your actions will follow. For example, I choose to remain calm, disciplined, and unshaken in the face of challenges. I commit to showing up as my best self today. Say it with intensity. Say it like you mean it. Every word you speak resonates in your body and mind. You are training your mind for success. Consistency over motivation. The truth is, motivation comes and goes. Some mornings you'll feel it. Others, it might be nowhere to be found. But rituals don't rely on motivation. They don't care how you feel. They simply demand that you follow through. And that's the power of consistency. A morning ritual ensures that your mind is shaped by deliberate actions instead of external circumstances. Whether it's a quick meditation, affirmation, or even a morning workout, you are preparing yourself for battle, mentally, physically, and emotionally. These small acts build momentum, and over time, they create a resilient and clear-minded version of yourself that no obstacle can break. A ritual of self-love. At the core of every powerful morning ritual is self-love. And this doesn't mean vanity or indulgence. It means honoring yourself and your potential. You're setting the intention to show up for yourself, to be your own hero, and to commit to your own growth. A Stoic ritual rooted in self-love isn't about pampering yourself. It's about discipline, honor, and respect for your own mind. By committing to yourself every morning, you create a relationship with yourself that is based on strength and self-mastery. How can you build a morning ritual rooted in self-love? Express gratitude for your ability to wake up, to have another day, to improve. Commit to your growth, mentally, physically, and emotionally. Remind yourself that today you are stronger than yesterday. The power of action. The most powerful morning ritual doesn't just focus on mental clarity, it integrates action into the ritual. Stoicism teaches that thoughts are nothing without action. So, after you've grounded yourself in intention, act. Do something that moves you forward, even if it's small. The morning ritual isn't about perfection, it's about purpose and consistency. When you craft your own Stoic morning ritual, you're establishing a foundation for inner peace, mental strength, and unshakable confidence. Take this challenge. Create your own ritual tomorrow morning and commit to it for 7 days straight. Let me know how it goes and leave a comment below on how you'll transform your mornings with a powerful ritual. Section 4. The dark psychology of building discipline. In Stoic philosophy, discipline is the cornerstone of a resilient and powerful life. But to build true discipline, we must tap into a deeper psychological force, the power of discomfort. The dark truth. Discipline requires sacrifice. Most people believe that discipline is about willpower or strength of character. But the Stoics knew better. Discipline isn't just about staying strong when things are easy. It's about choosing discomfort and embracing hardship from the very start of your day. The modern world is built on the pursuit of pleasure and convenience. Everywhere you turn, you are offered distractions, comfort, and instant gratification. But these things do not build strength. In fact, they erode your willpower. They create a false sense of safety, one that feeds into complacency. But a Stoic embraces discomfort. And this isn't just about enduring pain for the sake of it. It's about choosing the discomfort that will make you stronger, that will build the resilience needed to conquer whatever life throws at you. Start with the first discomfort. The first discomfort of the day is usually the hardest to face, getting out of bed. It's the moment when you have a choice. Do you hit snooze and succumb to the comfort of sleep, or do you rise with purpose, ready to take on the day? Your first decision in the morning should be to embrace discomfort. By forcing yourself to rise, you send a powerful signal to your mind. You are in control. You are willing to sacrifice the instant pleasure of sleep for something greater. Discipline. Discipline through routine. The key to control. When you wake up, don't just react to the world. Act with purpose. Your ritual should include activities that build strength and focus, even if they're small. Here's where the power of the morning ritual comes in. A Stoic knows that discipline isn't built through big leaps. It's built through consistent daily actions. Routines are the key to building lasting discipline because they keep you grounded in reality. They prevent the chaos of the world from controlling you. Action over reaction is the principle here. You don't wait for motivation to strike. You create motivation through action. When you follow a strict morning routine, you are asserting your control. You are demanding that your mind stay disciplined and focused. Embrace mental toughness. Mental toughness isn't about ignoring your feelings or denying discomfort. It's about welcoming it, knowing that in discomfort, you will grow stronger. The Stoics believed that our greatest growth happens when we face hardship, not when we avoid it. Every challenge you face in the morning is an opportunity to exercise mental toughness. Whether it's a cold shower, a challenging workout, or simply sitting with your thoughts in silence, these acts build resilience. They prepare you for the inevitable difficulties of the day ahead. The key is to train your mind to associate discomfort with growth. When you can do this, you'll stop running from difficulty and start running toward it, knowing that with every challenge, you become a little stronger, a little more disciplined, and a little more capable of handling the storms of life. Turning discipline into freedom. At first glance, discipline may seem like a cage restricting your freedom, but the Stoics understood that true freedom comes not from the avoidance of discomfort, but from the ability to choose your responses to it. By embracing discipline, you free yourself from the tyranny of instant gratification. You gain the power to choose what you will and won't tolerate in your life. Discipline is the key to freedom, and it begins every morning with the simple act of rising with purpose. Section 5. Conquering the inner enemy. No matter how much we try to control the outside world, the biggest obstacle we face in life is often ourselves. Our mind, with its fears, doubts, and insecurities, is the true enemy. But here's the key. A Stoic doesn't let these inner enemies control them. They master them. The battle begins within. The first battle of every morning is fought within your own mind. You wake up and immediately thoughts start to flood in. Uncertainty, fear, and anxiety often try to take over. But this is not something to fear. In fact, this is where true mastery begins. The Stoic practice isn't about trying to eliminate these thoughts. It's about controlling them. Instead of reacting to them, we can choose how to respond. The first step in conquering your inner enemy is realizing that you have the power to choose. Acknowledge your inner fears. It's crucial to acknowledge your fears instead of ignoring them. The Stoics taught that the more we suppress our emotions or fears, the stronger they become. Instead, by recognizing them, we can neutralize their power. When you wake up in the morning and feel that familiar sense of fear or anxiety about the day ahead, don't shy away from it. Acknowledge it, look it in the face, and ask yourself, what exactly am I afraid of? What is the worst that could happen? By putting these fears into perspective, you immediately reduce their power over you. Fear is often just an illusion, and once you start questioning it, you realize it has no real foundation. The power of reflection. Once you've identified your fears, it's time to reflect on them. Reflection allows you to take a step back and evaluate whether those fears are rational or simply products of your mind. Stoics like Epictetus believed that our emotions are not the result of external events, but of our judgments about them. Ask yourself, is this fear real, or am I creating it? How would my best self handle this situation? This reflection helps you detach from the overwhelming power of fear, giving you the clarity to take the right actions. Transforming fear into action. The Stoic mindset teaches that action is the antidote to fear. Instead of letting fear paralyze you, you transform it into motivation. Once you've reflected on your fears and put them in perspective, it's time to act. Action breeds confidence, and confidence builds a resilient mindset. Start with small, deliberate actions. Take one step that pushes you out of your comfort zone. Whether it's speaking to someone you've been avoiding or tackling a difficult task, each action diminishes the power of your inner enemy. Training the mind to be stronger. Consistency is the key. Every time you conquer an inner enemy, no matter how small the battle, you grow stronger. It's like building muscle. Each time you face your fears, you strengthen your mental resilience. By committing to this daily battle, you turn fear into fuel. Over time, it becomes a force that propels you forward rather than holding you back. Take control today. So tomorrow morning, before your day even starts, face your fears head on. Recognize them, reflect on them, and transform them into action. It's time to stop letting your inner enemies dictate your life. This is your moment to reclaim your power and conquer your inner enemy before it even has a chance to take root. Section 6. Embracing the power of silence. In a world filled with constant noise, both external and internal, silence is a superpower. Yet most people overlook it. The Stoics, however, knew that the key to mastering the mind and achieving inner peace lay in embracing silence. The noise of the world. Every morning, you're bombarded by the world. Notifications, emails, the rush to get ready. It's easy to get caught up in the chaos before you even start your day. The noise can drown out your clarity and disrupt your focus. But here's the secret. Silence is the antidote to this madness. Silence is more than the absence of sound. It's the presence of awareness. It's the space where your mind can rest, reflect, and reset. When we make time for silence, we can reconnect with our true selves, free from distractions and external pressures. The Stoic practice of silence. The Stoics were masters of inner peace and mental clarity, and silence played a crucial role in their philosophy. Seneca emphasized that stillness and reflection are essential for personal growth. He believed that we must create moments of solitude where we can hear the whispers of the soul and evaluate our actions, thoughts, and emotions. It's not about being alone for the sake of it, but about using silence to strengthen your mind. In those moments of stillness, you're not distracted by the chaos around you. You are focused on your inner state. Cultivating silence in your morning. The morning is the perfect time to start integrating silence into your day. Before you dive into the world's noise, give yourself a few minutes of stillness. Here's how to do it. Wake up early. Set aside the first 10-15 minutes of your day for silence. Don't reach for your phone. Don't jump into your to-do list. Simply sit in stillness. Breathe deeply. Focus on your breath as you sit in silence. Feel the air fill your lungs and let the rhythm of your breathing calm your mind. Reflect. Let your mind wander gently. Reflect on what you want to accomplish that day. But also ask yourself, what is important to me right now? What is my purpose? What do I want to cultivate in my life? This is a silent conversation with yourself. By embracing these moments of stillness, you create a mental space where clarity and focus can flourish. It's the foundation of inner peace. Silence versus the noise. In a world obsessed with constant stimulation, embracing silence is a radical act of self-discipline. The truth is, we don't need constant noise or distraction to function. When you choose silence, you reclaim your power over your own mind. Every time you practice silence, you reconnect with your true self, away from the influences of society, media, and external pressures. This is where you can truly hear your inner wisdom and choose how to respond to the world, rather than reacting out of impulse. Silence leads to clarity. The more you incorporate silence into your mornings, the more you'll begin to notice a shift in your mental clarity. The world will feel less chaotic, and you will be able to respond to life with greater calmness and control. So tomorrow morning, embrace silence. Let it be your weapon against the noise of the world. In that stillness, you'll find the clarity to master your day. This is where true power begins, in the silence before the storm.